In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to replace the full display screen on this Samsung Galaxy S20. As you can see on the top right, you have this black smudge. That means the display is damaged, so the full OLED display along with the glass have to be replaced. So as of the editing of this video, that screen right there, the new screen, costs me $191. In my store, I currently charge $300. So quickly do the math. 300 minus 191 gives me $109 in profit. All right, so let's begin. First things first, we got to take the back glass off of the back of this phone. And the way I do that is by getting this flimsy, flexible metal tool that I'll talk about in a little bit, and using a heat gun to get the back cover off. I slide the poker playing cards in between the back glass and the back of the frame of the phone along with heat, and that's how I get the back glass off. And it comes off just like that. Sometimes it's easy to come off, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But as you guys see, it's being held on there with strong adhesive. And you see that little flimsy metal tool right there? That little tool costs like $2. It's a very helpful tool. All right, so what are we gonna do next? We gotta take off all the screws off of the back of this phone. And don't really worry about the sizes. The screws are all basically all the same size. So just take them all off. I put them in the back of the, I use the back cover as like a little dish to keep them in. And then I take this pry tool after all the screws are out, and I pluck out the plastic pieces that are covering the motherboard. And then I'll start to peel this stuff off. This is the wireless charging flex cable. Just put this aside. That's the new screen on the right and the old one on the left. So basically, straightforward. We're gonna take the insides of one screen and just transfer everything over to the new screen. And right here I'm taking out the loudspeaker. That's it right there. We'll get that out of the way. And then we'll just start unplugging everything. Unplug the battery, unplug the volume, unplug the front selfie camera, unplug the screen. Just start disconnecting things. See, there's a cable that's in the middle that connects the top motherboard to the bottom board. I guess they call that the daughter board. There's 3 screws right here that is holding the charging port in. That whole piece down there is just all one unit. Just take out the 3 screws. And then that little charging flex little board it'll just pop out after the screws are taken out. And then what we have next is we're gonna transfer the vibration motor right there. So as you see, goes on the left, and then we're gonna transfer it to the other screen. So all I do is grab a little bit of heat, and that thing will plop, it'll pluck right out. And then I'm grabbing a little bit of tape. This is like really strong adhesive. And I'll just cut out a little bit of it and just place it right underneath the vibration motor where it goes. The reason why you do that is you don't want the thing to start rattling inside, right? Because you want it to be held down pretty good. All right, so what's next is we'll get the little charging port thing right there, whatever you call it, and then we'll put in the 3 screws. There's one, there's the other one, and then there's the last one right there. We'll get this little green plastic thing out of the way. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take out the SIM card tray. The reason why we have to take that out is because if you leave that in there, the top motherboard won't be able to come out. And then what we're gonna do is I'm trying to find a spot where I can lift this out. But as I was doing this, I remembered that there's actually a screw, one single screw right there that needs to come out. Then the motherboard can lift out. And I also forgot that there is one more connection that needed to come out, as you'll see right here. I believe it's the proximity sensor cable. The motherboard's starting to lift out. You just gotta like jiggle it out. Sometimes it comes out easy. Once again, sometimes it just takes a little bit to come out, but there now. I see that I don't know why I missed that, but that one connection was still plugged in there. So now the motherboard easily comes out, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take out the front side. This is important, you guys. Seriously, listen to this. The front selfie camera, you have to use the original. This you see that? The screen on the right, even though it comes with the brand new selfie camera, do not use it. It's not compatible. A lot of these screens come with a European version of front camera. They are not compatible with the American version. What will happen is when you'll get to go use the front camera will say something like front camera malfunction or something, that you won't be able to use the camera because they're not compatible. You won't be able to use the front selfie camera and you won't be able to use the back camera. So only use the original front camera. I'm telling you guys, I had to learn the hard way by a customer coming back, and I finally figured it out that you have to use the original camera and transfer it over. All right, so now that we got that in on the new screen, what we're gonna do next is take out the seriously, I believe that's the proximity sensor. The way that I get that out is I blow a little bit of heat because it's stuck, and that thing will pluck. It'll pluck right out with that little tool that I'm using. There you go. And then as easy as that, you take it out of one side, you take it out of one screen, and all you do is just transfer it over to the new screen. Just like that right there. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we are gonna take the battery out. And this is the way that I take this battery out. You see that little liquid right there? That is 91% alcohol. You can get like at any grocery store. I get it out, like you get it at Ralph's or CVS. And what that does is the alcohol gets underneath the battery and it eats up the adhesive. So when you get it out, it's a lot easier to get out, and you don't force the battery out of the screen. You're not forcing, you're not bending the battery. If you like damage the battery, you bend the hell out of the battery, The battery's not going to last any longer. Over time, it might start to expand. One of these, how I know this is, once again, the hard way. I'll teach you guys what not to do from the mistakes that I've done, and that's a mistake that I've done is damaging a battery. Like a long time, I don't do this anymore, right? But this is like a long time ago. See, the battery comes out, it's nice and flat, just like that. That's how you want the battery to come out. The alcohol doesn't do anything to the battery as long as you don't get it soaked or anything, right? Just dry off the bottom. And then what we're gonna do now is, see how there's no more adhesive? The adhesive's on the old screen. We are gonna put some new adhesive underneath the battery because we don't want the battery to jiggle around. I've had people that have come into my shop and have asked me like why something sounds like it's jiggling around or like something sounds like it's loose, and comes to find out wherever they had gotten their phone fixed before, which wasn't at my shop, they didn't put adhesive in there, and that's, the battery is like jiggling around in the phone, right? So all right, so what I'm going to do next is put in the motherboard back into the phone, into the new screen, get all the little cables out of the way so it fits nice and flush into there. Just start connecting things back in. These are all pop-in connections. There's no soldering involved. If you guys see a lot of this stuff, it's just, they're all pop-in connections. Pop-in connections are all just the same thing with iPhones. Everything is a pop-in connection. There's another cable right there. Just plug it in where it's supposed to go and then plug it in on the bottom. Make sure that everything is plugged in. The last thing I'm plugging in is the battery. Then we put the loudspeaker, double checking to make sure everything is plugged in. Put the loudspeaker in, everything clicks in. Then I'm gonna start putting in all the screws. That's where I put some of the screws all in on the bottom. I'll grab the charging flex, wireless charging flex cable and the other plastic piece that goes up there. I'll align everything up. Remember that one single screw that goes into the motherboard. Put the plastic piece in. Put the wireless charging cable where it's supposed to go. And then just start putting in screws. All right, we're almost done with all the screws. As you guys see, this phone's not really that hard to do. And like I've said in other videos, just because this is a new phone, it doesn't It's not like it's harder to repair than an older model. If you can do a Galaxy S8 or an S9, there's no reason why you can't do a Galaxy S20. They're all similar. I think I only have 2 more screws left. And we are just about done. The only thing that we have to do after this is just put new adhesive on the back glass and just put it back on the phone. Pop in the SIM tray with the SIM card and blam, you get reception. Turn on the phone. And as you guys see, this screen already has a screen protector already installed. Galaxy S20. Everything is good to go. That's it. Galaxy S20 full display screen replacement. For those of you guys that are interested in learning how to make money repairing phones the way that I do, click the link in the description and you'll see that I have a cell phone repair course. A lot of my YouTube videos teach you how to repair the phones, but my course teaches you how to build a business and make money repairing cell phones. And with that, everyone, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.